Shoo-wee. It is a hot day here in Kentucky. Let me tell you. It's humidity. The humidity is high. Did you collect the 8 subcontractors that I asked you to collect in the previous video? I said find 8 subcontractors. Oh, little nose boogie there. I said find 8 subcontractors, right? Easy to find. Go to a local paint store, ask the guys, hey, can you give me some subcontractors' names? Get on Facebook, look for them. Get on Craigslist, put a dollar ad out that says, hey, looking for painting subcontractors, right? You should have been able to compile a list of 8 guys that do paint subcontracting work. Told you not to really look too deep into them right now at this moment. We just need a list of guys that do the work, right? Well, I'm getting ready to set you free and free up a lot of your time. If you've been following my channel, you know niche to win, and now we're teaching you delegate to win, right? You have got to stop producing your own work, and that's where this starts right now. You're done producing your own work. From this moment, right now, I think I even told you in the last video I made, I said wrap up the job that you're on now and just consider that your last job, right? Well, if I didn't, I'm telling you now, whatever job you're on right now, wrap it up and consider it your last job as an actual active painter, because what you are right now is a subcontractor. You're a subcontractor. You're somebody that's going around. You're not a painting business owner. You are a tradesman, a painter for hire. You are a tradesman. That's what you want to be. That's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. A lot of glory in that. Don't get me wrong. A lot of respect in that. A lot of dignity and a lot of integrity in that. And it's a great profession. And if that's what you want to be, cool. Cool. But you're not a painting business owner. If you want to be a painting business owner, this is it. You're done. That's it. Hang your tools up. Throw them in the back of your truck. You got your list of 8 painting subcontractors. It's time for you to take your lumps and start building relationships. You have, if you're any good, you've got scheduled out a bunch of different jobs. Monday at Paul's, Friday at Bill's, next Tuesday I'll be at Martha's, and you've called all these people and you've given them an approximate date, and you've said, I can't promise you that date, but it's going to be close. I think we can make it by that time. You're done with that. We're going to run through all the jobs, all the painting jobs that you have scheduled. Maybe you're super awesome and you've got them scheduled out for the rest of the year. Whatever. We're going to run through all those painting jobs that you have scheduled. We're going to run through them in the next month and a half, 2 months. And you're going to be freed up. You're going to be freed up from the G up to take on more work and increase your income. Let me ask you this. What's more powerful? What's more powerful? I sit in one spot and I produce a painting job and make $600 this week, or $1,000 or $2,000, whatever. Or I own a business and I'm producing 4 jobs this week at maybe a little bit lesser of a rate. Might not be getting as much profit as if you were doing it all yourself, but it's the multiplication factor, right? Get to multiply your time, right? Also, you can start taking on bigger and badder projects. We'll talk about that later on down the line, but you are increasing your manpower and your capability to earn money. So, you got your list of 8 names. Here's what you're going to do. Your next job, what you do is call those 8 guys, find out a little bit about them, find out which ones are serious, which ones are fools, which ones are suckers. Take 3 of them that you think you should have at least 3 good guys there. Take 3 of them that you think are halfway decent. And this is what we're going to do on your first project. Your first project. You are going to show all of these guys your project initially via pictures on smartphone. You're going to say, hey, how much you think you could do this for me, right? Then if they send you back an estimate or whatever they say, one of them might say, I kind of want to look at it in person, right? Cool. But get an idea if they're in reality or if they're not in reality, right? Your goal is to keep 50%. 50%. Don't fall below that. 50% of your project's value, right? So, get these guys to look at your next project, smartphone, and then once you have the ones dialed in that you're ultimately is interested in, where you think, yeah, I think this guy and this guy's crew can probably do this. I want you to set up a date, back-to-back showings of the project. Just call your customer and say, hey, I need a minute to show my crews your job so that we can produce it. Can I be there at this date, this time? So you're going to tell one sub to show up at 5:30. You're going to tell the next sub to show up at 5:45. Right? Show it twice, show it 3 times if you want. Maybe it takes in half an hour or so. Show it a couple times. Collect your bids, and then you're going to award that job out to one of those guys. If you don't have a specialty coating or some type of trade secret or something like that going on, have them bid the materials included, right? So say, hey, I want you to bid you buying the paint, you buying, this and that. Have them include all that in there, and we've cut down also another expense for you, which is material expenses. So we cut down labor, we've cut down your materials. Have them include labor and materials to do the project. Show it, pick one. You ready? Run the project. You can do it. Run the project. Pick one of them to do it and run the project. Have it done. You don't need to show up every hour and make sure things are going okay. You need to show up once a day. Show up once a day, make sure things are going all right. And if you want to, it's up to you. You can do it however you want. You can even have the subcontractor collect the payment at the end, or you can show up to collect the payment at the end and do a quality check. I always like to show up at the end and do a quality check. Make sure it's done properly, right? But sometimes I'll have my men collect the payment and then I'll walk it the next day or something like that. It's time for you to leave behind your paintbrush, your roller, If you want to be a true painting business owner, unfortunately you have to lay that stuff down, because you have a lot of work to do in other places. And the second that you let up, the very second that you let up on this other work, and we'll talk about that later, but there's somebody nibbling right on your heels that'll take your work from you. So it's gonna take you from making earning big money, 6 figures plus, right? And there's guys that earn way more than that in this trade, but this is geared towards the guy that's painting himself and has a small little painting business. We're going to take you from that. This video is not geared towards a multi-million-dollar painting operation that already has their act together, right? Pick one, run the project. It's as simple as that. Don't complicate it. Pick a sub, run the contract. If the sub does a bad job, fire the sub, apologize to the customer. I'm very sorry. Let me get somebody else in here immediately. Boom. It's simple. Interested to see how it goes for you.